Yo, hey, what's up, guys? We got some new events and I want to share because I think they are really great, and one is a guaranteed Void Legendary, and I don't think we get too many Void Legendary guarantees. I think it's maybe the first one, maybe not. I haven't done one of them, so maybe you know, I don't know, but we got a Legendary Void guaranteed, but also we get from tomorrow we get a 3 times drop rate on our speed sets. And yeah, I really need to do it for my personal progress because I'm kind of lacking on my own account because I'm doing too much teams and stuff around, so I will do it. I appreciate that one, and I really do like that it is a 3 times and not like we're used to on a 2 times, but now they're going on 3 times all the time. It makes it much easier to get it. Of course, it's RNG based on the end if you get your speed substat and your roads on it, but yeah, there's no better time to actually farm speed gear like right now. And let's go into the juicy part. Oh, come on. Now, because we're getting a guaranteed Void Legendary, and that's not gonna happen too often, and I do think it's actually a good one, but not the best, because it is Falconem. Falconen. He is a cool, decent looking champion. I personally think, oh hell yeah, give me one, because I can make some crazy stuff going on, but super complicated. And yeah, I will talk a little bit about ideas in a second, so we are on the same pace. But let's talk about his skill set, because I think it's kind of cool. His A1 attacks one enemy and he will basically ignore shield buffs. Then he has a 60% chance to increase the duration of all debuffs, amazingly good, and also has an 80% chance to get 2 debuffs from your enemy and spread them on a debuff spread if they're under hex. But you are placing hex yourself, so it is out there most of the time, if we are be honest, and if we are planning to do it. We got our cursed sets, our Mythralers in there, and just to keep that hex up if we want to use the A1 debuff spread decently good, and I have kind of good ideas. But yeah, he will also do like ignore some stuff, resistance, but basically he's using his skill. He will attack everyone and then he will place the hex, and of course attacks all enemies, but those are counted as the single target hit. So on the end you don't get damage reduction from Hydra or something, so that is a plus point, and you will place the hex, so even better. But I have a question about the Mischief Head. If you are based on a single target, does it act like single target and he can reflect like on the other head? But yeah, we will see, and I don't think so. It will be, because it says attacks all enemies. So, and let's get into the other skill, because that one is okay, it's kind of complicated. And yeah, basically you can target an ally and you will kill him, and then you will activate a special skill, which we'll talk a little bit about that in a second. And then you will place a weaken and a true fear, the weaken for 2 turns and the true fear for 1 turn on your enemy team, and that cannot be resisted. For arena, it's kind of funny. You kill an ally of yourself and then you get like a special skill. The special skill is actually nice and it's kind of looking good for arena, but I see the problem, because you need to do that one first. You kill an ally and then you get the problem that you might get sheeped, and then basically all your setup is out of the window. But yeah, and if an ally is dead, he's the champion, blah 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 blah, and he has a wall of text. He gains turn meter, he heals himself a little bit, he gets a shield out of it, but hey, that's just a wall of text. So let's go into the skill, which can only be used if you activate it before. So you need to kill an ally. So before attacking, steals all buff from the target. This target, yeah, this cannot be resisted. Attacks one enemy and yeah, you will ignore a bunch of stuff. Like, mostly everything, I think, besides Stone Skin. And if you kill an enemy, he will get block revive. There is more in here, I'm not gonna read it. It's kind of complicated because he really has a wall of text. And yeah, right there, the enemy max HP based thing is kind of, hey, come on guys, he's so complicated. At some points you're getting like a little bit, because look at that one. Oh, I personally wanna have him because he does so much and I wanna do something crazy. But at some point I think the casual player is like a little bit overwhelmed and like, places a shield buff on this champion each time an ally or an enemy champion dies. So he will do it basically on his A2, A3, and this value of shield, blah 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 blah. So next part, if this champion is already under a shield buff, the value of the shield is increased by 50% of the dead champion's max HP, not active. It will not activate when the boss dies. God damn it. Whenever, oh, come on guys, you can read that for yourself. To be honest, I'm like a little bit, but now let's go into the ideas I had. Because he is doing a debuff spread and he will increase the duration of every skill. I thought about, hey, Hydra, but give him counter attack. And if you're like funky and you want to have a super great time, you use Ambassador something, the champion who can use taunt on a single target. I would give him the taunt, and then he will just basically all the time go into a counter attack. Then give him a set like provoke or something, or yeah, of course give him a set which makes more even possible than just maybe a hex, maybe something. And also here you can place the hex by yourself. That's super great. Hex is always appreciated in Hydra. I'm mostly talking about Hydra. I don't think he's too good in Arena because yeah, he needs to kill his own buddy to actually do something, but he is in a fear to get sheeped. Of course, sheep is not too meta for everybody, but you always gotta count for that. So on the end, you're kind of, if the sheep problem is changed, maybe he will be way better, or I'm just an idiot and I don't know because I'm not too much of an arena guy. But yeah, when I talk about, I mean like Hydra right now, I don't see a use in dungeons, to be honest, because why should you kill your own teammate in any dungeon, and does it bring anything good for you besides Hydra? So yeah, he can place the hex super nice. And then this one, you can use it in Hydra, kill your own. I would like pair him up with, first of all, I gotta try it, of course, and I would use him with Godseeker Neri, just an example. Kill a teammate, he's immediately revived, and you got your skill ready, and of course you will target the guy who is about to get eaten, so he won't get eaten, and the counter will just jump to another champion refreshed. So that's the base idea. You can make a you never get eaten kind of comp with him work, but you gotta kill your own champions. But it's kind of a funky, cool thing. Yeah, the A3 for Hydra, I don't know, like if it hits super hard. I actually don't know if he hits hard because I don't have access to the test server and I cannot test it. So if that hits super hard, okay, it is a thing. I probably would use it. And my recommendation to go for him, if you are a guy who likes it a little bit more complicated and a little bit more funky and a little bit more different than everything else, but you don't know exactly the outcome, how good it will be and stuff, maybe you can go for him. Is he worth 100 void shards? I kind of forgot to say that like in the beginning. And I can't recommend him too much, but the thing about guaranteed champions, most of the time if they bring you one, they're like decently good later on. That's kind of my problem, because there is some mechanic in a newer boss or something we don't know yet, and he could play a major role in it. You're like the best and maybe not. I don't really recommend to go for him. He's for 100. If you have 100 somewhere else, like leave in your back pocket, like 100 voids, not in your back pocket, that's probably your wallet, but I mean already in the game, maybe go for him. There's nothing else to do in a guaranteed void. Probably everybody is saving, if they are saving void shards, so go for it. But he's not the greatest in the world, to be honest. So yeah, that was everything. It got a little bit complicated, I know, blah blah blah, but yeah, I will see you in the next one. I hope you leave a like, and yeah, have a nice day.